There are lots of different types of community gardens, and each neighborhood should assess what they really want and what their goals are before deciding to start a community garden. The main types of community gardens are what you might call a neighborhood garden or an allotment garden, where each individual gardener has their own plot. Another very common type of community garden is a communal garden, where everyone works together and gardens the whole space. And then there are different subtypes of communal gardens, sometimes like a charity garden. For instance, members of a church may work together to grow food for their food pantry or soup kitchen, or to donate to those that are in need. Other types of gardens would be a garden that focuses most on some sort of therapy or working with children, teaching children how to garden and having some nutrition education. Yet another type of community garden would be where you're seeking to do some vocational training or helping young people gain some skills and maybe even selling the produce from that garden. A very traditional type of community garden where the garden is divided into plots and then rented out to different gardeners is one that can be very large or very small, and usually it works best to have plots of different sizes available for gardeners. Either individuals or families may want different size plots. This type of garden has certain guidelines and rules that come along with it, and the gardeners pay their fee and then have their certain plot to care for throughout the growing season, and all the produce that comes out of their plot is theirs to do with what they wish. A real benefit of a plot rental style community garden is that each gardener has a lot of ownership, and they have really good reason to keep what they're doing in good condition and take good care of their plot, because they're investing in that garden just as if it were their home garden. A downside of a rental plot type garden is that there's more management involved as far as keeping track of the money and making sure everyone is being good neighbors to the other plot owners, as well as just whose responsibility it is to take care of the common areas and a lot of those other maintenance concerns. In contrast, a communal garden is usually a situation where everyone works together and they grow a larger patch of different types of vegetables, and then anyone who wants to that's worked in the garden can come to take some produce, and often the excess produce is then given to other neighbors that are in need or that would like to have some of the produce. A benefit of a communal style garden is that it's very easy to encourage relationships where people work together, and you can get a lot done with everyone working on the whole garden. A downside to the communal type gardens is that a lot of times you end up with only a few people doing the vast majority of the work, and you can quickly become burned out on the project, and then the project will not be as sustainable in the long run. With a communal type garden, you can also run into situations where the people that do a lot of the work feel upset when those that do less work take more than what they perceive as their fair share of the produce. So depending on the relationships in the community, a communal garden may work very well, or it may work not so well at all.
For more information, visit your local extension office or visit our website at kansasgreenyards.org.